Hey guys, Ningen here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle video, and today we are going to be looking at the Rainbow Star free-to-play Jeice, day 4 of the Ginyu Force. So yet again, his leader skill, exactly the same as the others, but for his typing. His super attack is supreme damage to enemy and raises allies' attack by 20% for one turn. So just that one turn, but everybody who attacks after him is going to have their attack raised. His passive is Extreme Class Allies Key +2 and Attack +20%, so he's actually a support unit for the rest of the team. And then his unique ability, which no other unit in the game at this point has, it's only appeared so far as part of an item, is that he foresees enemies' super attack. So you'll see when we get into the fight how that works, and I'll go over it actually on the screen in game. Again, his links, just like the rest, not the best outside of the Ginyu Force. He has this tag team of terror link that he shares with Burter, so we're actually going to bring Burter as the other Ginyu Force member rather than Ginyu, even though he was yesterday's one that we showcased, just because we want to get that tag team of terror, because they are, I think, two of the only units that have it, so might as well. And his SA multiplier is 135%, so not too bad. I'm pretty sure he doesn't super early, but he gives key support, so he's going to be giving that to himself as well. So just like all the others, he should not have a hard time super attacking. So if we go over to the gameplay, we are taking on the new LR Gogeta event, since the whole event is physical. And of course, typically, Jeice is in the final slot. So this is the only Rose friend I could get my hands on for the showcase for today, so it's not like I could really quit out and restart. See if we can get a better rotation. So we will have to make do. Let's see. So Jeice will be coming around onto the first. So we've got to float off Burter in the second turn. So let's see what we can do here. So we've got both Rosés on rotation, which means they are just going to automatically super attack. So we will probably just clear through the first phase this turn. What we'll do for the Raccoon showcase, it will obviously be tomorrow, is that once we get Raccoon Rainbow Starred, we'll actually be given the LR Goku Ginyu to actually run the Ginyu Force team. So we'll probably just actually show off Raccoon on the Ginyu Force team tomorrow, since we will finally have all of the members. Makes it a bit easier to show them off rather than having rotations like this where Rose just does all the work before they get a chance to come in. So okay, so Burter is where he needs to be. It's not super attack with anyone that we don't have to, which there's just key everywhere, so Boo and the Android 13 are not going to do a lot. Neither of them have much investment or anything for me, so they are literally just here to make up the typings, and Kid Boo for that support passive. Burter's still tanking pretty well there though, so okay, so you can see around the characters here, I can't click because they're the only unit, but around the little portrait that shows where they are attacking is a sort of greyish white circle. That basically means that none of them are super attacking this turn. If that circle around their portrait is red, it means they are going to super attack in that spot. And that's how Jeice's super attack detection works. So there's no red circles, so no super attack this turn. 370k on the super without his Ginyu Force links, and then still tanking fairly well as well, which is decent. Of course, everyone else is going to hit a little bit harder because of Jeice supering in the first slot, so Rose will probably take him out here. Yep. So he takes them out. So we're going to have to stall on this turn. Okay, so we definitely can't put them together. Let us heal. and then Ghost, just to avoid all these attacks. We want to see what Burter and Jeice can do to when they're together, so... what's going to be the best way to do this? Let's do this. I just want to make sure Rose, out of everyone, isn't super attacking, because he's the one that will deal a ridiculous amount of damage to them, so... We need to make sure we at least get to see Jeice and Burter attacking together a couple of times. So... Okay, so we finally got them together. So you can see there they are super attacking in the last slot because it is red. So... It says enemy skill activated, and then on the last spot it says enemy super attack launched. So it's making it quite clear there where they are going to super attack. So let's go with Burter in the front slot since that's where he wants to be, and then we'll survive. We'll survive a super attack on this much health. So 29,000 before he raises his defense. 340 is not bad, and then 22. There's that dodge. Now, what is Jeice gonna do? Yeah, 409 without a crit. That's not too bad. And then I don't think they can't be stunned, can they? No. Wow, they might be able to be, but they weren't. Hey, Demon King Piccolo with his, I think, level 6 dodge, so coming in clutch. I think we will just let Rose super attack now because they have a lot of health. And then we'll go on to the final versus Gogeta stage. So Jeice, very good. He is one of the best out of all of the units that you would actually consider using on his mono typing team. Because on an extreme strength team, although he's not going to share a ton of links with everybody, he provides that key and attack support as well as determining the super attack. So on an extreme strength team, that means you can place your Janemba specifically in front of the super attack so they can block. So he definitely works. He's probably one of the best for the team for that. So they're going to super attack in the first slot, so let's put Jeice there and see how much he will take, because obviously Burter cannot dodge in that first spot. So we'll just do a normal heal rather than anything else, because otherwise we will add some damage mitigation. But let's see what he takes with his Ginyu Force links. So yeah, tanking normal attacks for double digits, which is all good. And then 34k from a super attack, so that's actually really not that bad at all. Can you get a crit? There you go, so 427 on a crit, not the worst. So I mean, the team consistently with type advantage can hit for around 500,000. We saw from Captain Ginyu's Dokkan attack yesterday that they can definitely clear that number with the Dokkan attacks. So, and speaking of Dokkan attacks, let's try and get as close as we can this turn, but without actually getting one. And next turn we're going to have Kid Buu on the rotation with his 50%, so let's Ghost here. Grab all of those. So now hopefully, because we've got Jeice and Burter, we've got a ton of AGL and STR orbs there at the bottom, so we should hopefully be able to get the Dokkan attack off with Jeice. Obviously the final phase here, the LR Gogeta, he does have quite a decent damage mitigation barrier. You can see Rose only taking off 1 bar with type advantage is a little bit less than we would normally expect, but here we have Jeice with his 50% attack and defense boost from Kid Buu. Burter's going to grab all of those. So yeah, we are going to get the Dokkan attack. This is perfect. So Dokkan attack with Jeice, with the extra buffs from Kid Buu and the Dokkan attack. You can see how much more powerful the LR Gogeta phase is. The fact that he was actually hitting us for a couple of thousand instead of double digits. Well, I guess that could be partly because Rose lowers attack with his passive. Well, I'm just looking at the icons at the top. I don't think Gogeta can have his defense lowered. So yeah, he's obviously going to hit a little bit harder as he is the final stage boss. But only a couple of thousand, not bad. And then the Dokkan attack, 782. And there's an additional super attack as well. So that also provides double the attack buffs. So Burter going to get a nice big boost here as well. Let's see what he can hit for. 316. Definitely not bad against the Gogeta considering his defenses. So yeah, thanks to the additional super, Jeice almost able to put out 1,000,000 damage. And against this boss in particular, because I didn't want to take on an easier physical event like Cooler, because then obviously Rose would probably just annihilate him by himself. And then events like Omega Shenron, which is obviously much harder than Cooler, but I don't know actually. It's probably, I'd say it's the Gogeta event's actually fairly easy, but it's just the fact that Omega does the whole character locking, and we want to show the unit off on rotation with their with the other Ginyu Force member. So Omega would have definitely been a pain, and switched our rotations up all around all over the place. So Gogeta not doing too much with the Soul Punisher to Rose. So the friend Rose, shout out to Mystic Shadow yet again for setting him for me. No dupes in the Rose, but more than enough to take him out. So that is the showcase for Jeice. He is definitely a very solid unit. Like I say, his super attack detection passive and the fact that he also gives ki and an attack boost to the rest of the team, all as part of his passive, so he does that all unconditionally. I would say he is probably one of the best, if not the best, to run on his own mono team. He will very easily fit into a extreme STR team. Whilst he won't get any decent links with anyone really, he gives that ki and attack boost off of his passive and shows you where they're going to super attack. So like I said, with the Janemba, that is a perfect combination, especially also units like Omega on the team, who's very defensive. And I guess you could run the, if you're low on options, you could always run the STR Bootanks, who seals, the one that awakens from an SR, because if you can see where he's going to super attack on the turn, you could put that Bootanks before his super attack and seal them up if they can be sealed. So definitely some uses for Jeice. So stay tuned tomorrow and we'll have the final member, Raccoon, as well as the showcase of the actual Ginyu Goku himself. I might actually stream the Raccoon one, because due to my work schedule I haven't been around first thing in the morning when these events go live, but I will actually be around tomorrow for when the Raccoon one goes live, so I might actually stream it, see if we can just plough through the whole thing in one go and get the Ginyu Force team before I then have to go to bed. So stay tuned for the final installment of the Ginyu Force. Of course, we will do a separate video showing off the full team, probably on a boss rush or something, so stay tuned for that. So that is going to be it for this video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. If you liked what you saw, please leave a like and subscribe for more regular Dokkan Battle content. You can follow me on Twitter or Instagram at the Masked Ningen, or join my Discord, the link is in the description, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.